Ritesh Patel, Performance Improvement Coach at Accelerate Training. Now, do you ever find yourself struggling to remember important facts, figures, things that you were supposed to or even committed to do? And maybe even people and their names. Well, it's no crime to have a bad memory, but think of how confident and relaxed you can feel when rest assured that you're on top of a situation that requires you to think quickly, to have responses at hand, and appear assured in your knowledge, insight, and abilities. People have greater trust in those who can be relied upon, and a good memory reinforces that impression. Even on a personal level, people like to be remembered, and having their name on the tip of our tongue, even after the most fleeting of introductions, can nurture a powerful reciprocation of goodwill. So why do some people have memories like an elephant and others like a sieve? Well, brain science is quite a complex subject, so we're not going to be delving too deeply into the intricacies of memory, but rather exploring some simple insights to improve our ability to remember, a skill that will help us improve performance in both professional and personal arenas. Now, this video tubelet is one of a number of short video tutorials in the Think Smart series from Accelerate Training. They provide quick hit solutions to common challenges that can help us improve performance. So, how good is your memory? And why would you expect your memory to be good? Have you ever been taught how to think or remember effectively? Well, herein lies the challenge. We don't always embrace the best ways to think effectively. Let's try this challenge out for size. Would you remember 5 random items in, say, 2 minutes' time? Well, let me give you the items. A welcome mat, a dolphin, a dog, 1 gold coin, and a boxing glove. So, would you remember those in, say, 2 minutes' time? I'm sensing a few nods out there in the audience, so let's raise the bar just a little, make this more of a challenge. Add to those, if you would, the following. A name tag, a green Monopoly house, a Men at Work sign, a fireplace, a portrait, some airline tickets, a golf club, a light bulb, some seeds, a watering can, the Incredible Hulk, the Concise Oxford Dictionary, a walkie-talkie, Buzz Lightyear, and a wristwatch with the time of 12:30 on there. So there are about 20 items there. How many of those would you remember? Now, let's be more realistic. Let's say in 3 minutes' time. Oh, just before you decide, I see some of you with pens and notepads and jotting stuff down. Put those away because we're not going to be using those at all. We're going to do this purely from our memory recalling ability. Actually, we are going to write down one thing, and that's a number. A number between, let's say, a minimum of 5 and a maximum of 20 that reflects the number of those 20 items we're going to remember in 3 minutes' time. Now, here's the thing. The mind is notoriously bad at remembering words and numbers because, in essence, they're a human invention, codes that we've devised to better communicate with each other. Now, the raw programming code of the mind, if you will, are images, and the mind is fantastic at remembering images. In fact, most of us have a preference for visual learning, and so we're more likely to retain knowledge when it's presented in a visual format. So let's add some visuals to the formula. Here are those items once again. The welcome mat, the dolphin, the dog, 1 gold coin, the boxing glove, the name tag, a green Monopoly house, a Men at Work sign, a fireplace, portrait, airline tickets, golf club, light bulb, seeds, watering can, the Incredible Hulk, Concise Oxford Dictionary, a walkie-talkie, Buzz Lightyear, and a wristwatch. Time, let's say it's 12:30 or so. So now, how are you thinking about your ability to remember all 20 of those items? Still a little daunted? Well, don't be, because there's one further insight that's fundamental to the mind's ability to recall all those images that are now slipped into one of the billions of memory pockets in the brain. The mind's ability to recall a series of specific memories is enhanced greatly when they're linked in some way, and even more so when there's something unconventional, eccentric, or a little bit entertaining about the memory. A technique that takes advantage of this tendency is called memory linking, and we're about to try it out on those 20 items. Imagine once again that first memory item, the welcome mat. Now your welcome mat, like most welcome mats, could be brown. So one of the things we can do is change its colour. Let's make the welcome mat a hot pink. The mind likes to remember something that's something out of the ordinary. Now, the second item, picture, if you would, a dolphin diving over the welcome mat. And you know this is happening because little water droplets are falling onto the mat. A dog is then surfing on the back of the dolphin. Now, I'm not just doing these silly movements for effect and to be silly. They actually impact the mind's memory to remember. If it sees something a little bit eccentric, a little silly, it greatly enhances its ability to remember. So, picture, if you would, a dog surfing on the back of a dolphin. On one paw is the gold coin. On the other paw is the boxing glove. The boxing glove is punching the name tag. The name tag is on the door of the green Monopoly house. It's actually a big green Monopoly house, which we open the door, go inside, and we have to dodge a swinging men at work sign. So, once we've dodged past the sign, in front of us is the fireplace. On top of the fireplace is that portrait. The portrait is pinning to the fireplace some airline tickets. The airline tickets, where are they going? Let's say they're going to Miami. And I'm going with Lady Gaga. Remember those. 2 tickets to Miami. Who's going? Hitesh Patel and Lady Gaga. On the fireplace, just further along, is a golf club. No ordinary golf club. This is a solid gold golf club. In fact, you fancy yourself as a bit of a Tiger Woods. So you grab the golf club, you take a swing, and we hadn't realized that above us was the light bulb, which we smashed into 1,000 pieces. With 1,000 pieces came raining down, where they landed, it formed a pile of seeds. The seeds were being watered by a watering can. The watering can, let's make it a colour that's a little unusual. Let's make it a bright yellow watering can with the motif of a rose on there. Now, who happens to be watering the watering can? It's actually the Incredible Hulk. Now, the Incredible Hulk, we know that when he turns into the Hulk, all his clothes get torn off, and he's left with only his shorts. You notice that he has 2 big bulges in his shorts. Oh, I should have said, he has 2 big bulges in the back of his shorts. One is the concise Oxford Dictionary. The other is a walkie-talkie. Now, he's getting a call on the walkie-talkie. Who is it from? None other than Buzz Lightyear. And Buzz Lightyear, he's really angry. Why? Because the Hulk is late. They were due to go to where? Infinity and beyond. But Hulk, you're late because the time on my watch is 12:30. There you have it, those 20 items. Take a moment just to recall that pattern, that story we just told, and then let's see whether that's helped us remember them all in sequence. We now have some images, linking, and some details and eccentricities in place. So let's see how well that now helps you recall all 20 items in order. In a moment, please press the pause button to stop the video, and then spend up to 2 minutes recalling as many items as you can in order. And this time you can use that pen and pad just to jot those items down. When you're done, simply press the play button to start the video again, and I'll reveal all the items so that you can measure your success. So go ahead, press the pause button, and good luck with maximizing your memory recall. Anytime now would be a good time to press the pause button. Welcome back. Here are those 20 items once again. How well did you do? And how does that new number of items that you can remember compare with that original forecast you set at the start of the exercise? You've just experienced an example of how performance of a particular skill can be improved almost immediately by exploiting insights to our thinking tendencies and then simply applying a technique that taps into our true abilities. What else could you be doing better, armed with just a little more insight and putting some new techniques into practice? Now, this particular technique has been exploited by a number of savvy gamblers on the blackjack tables of the Las Vegas casinos. They use memory linking to keep a track of the cards that are coming out of the dealer's deck. And they use this to better predict the suit and the number of the cards that follow, thereby improving their win probability. Now, as you can imagine, the casinos don't take kindly to people tipping the odds in their favour, and they've branded card counting, as they call it, as cheating. Now, I'm not suggesting that you head off to the nearest casino to reap the benefits of this newfound technique, but rather start exploring other insights and techniques that could boost your performance in key skills that may be valued in either personal or professional life. Now, if this tubelet has whet your appetite for exploring more effective ways of thinking and improving performance, why not view some more of the tubelets from the Think Smart series at acceleratetraining.com. Explore how we could accelerate your people to their full performance potential and maximize your profits. Enjoy the rest of your day.